Jeff Barney, Felipe Soto from 8th Street Gym in Grand Junction, Colorado. We've been showing this Puppet Master stuff and we're getting lots of response from it. We came up with some brand new stuff that's really cool. First, we got 2 new chokes, but we'll show those at the end. We're going to start out with, we've got a bunch of different setups for the Rubik's Cube. So what we're going to show first, well, everything has, you know, when we're in mission control, these guys hands on my body, and I'm here. I had to do the zombie, or I had to find some way to get this arm to the mat. You know, we reached across so they would drop that there and we'd come back and get it. So same thing, we have to have setups to get this Rubik's Cube because it's what makes the Puppet Master work. So Felipe's going to show a few, I'm going to show a few. So start with the way you've been doing it.
Just to go from the Puppet Master, or the Rubik's Cube, I reach around the back of his neck, sweep his arm in, and start ratcheting through. Switch up arms, grab his arm, and I could either stay here, nice and tight, I can hold it right there. Get room, and then roll. Same thing, and you just go on to the rest of your moves.
Okay, so basically there you just did it. You got wrist control and you did a meat hook. So that's the first one. And just another part of that, we came up with going here, where it come around this side and grabbing on my foot here. We call this the Rubik's Guard because it was such a good setup for the Rubik's Cube. So that was the first one. He did like a meat hook and set it this way. This next one, what we do is I get my hand here, I get this control, and then what I'll do is I'll work like get this foot down low on his knee, and I'll push his knee out this way. A lot of times what that'll do, his arm's back, and he falls. It's going to be right there for me to catch it. Okay, so that was another setup. Incidentally, this is a good setup for the double bagger because I can totally grab my foot from here, whereas sometimes when I've got the leg already up, I can't get it. Now I've got double bagger and I got full control of my foot down here. Okay, so that was a good setup for that also. Another way when we're doing it, we get into our pyramid here, and we're just working the traditional stuff here. You're going for your choke by hooking their inside of their arm, and you're going to go here, right, into the triangle. But here we're pushing it out and feeding it with our one foot to our other foot, and then coming through. So if we can do it from there, then from full-on rubber guard in New York, we're going for the meat hook. I'll slip my foot out, and I'll be pushing here, and I'll feed it back this way. Okay, so anytime you're getting one foot on the inside, you can use that to feed it to the other foot. So there's just a few different setups with the Rubik's Cube. Like I said, we need to have that in order to get to our Puppet Master. Okay, so now our 2 new chokes that we're going to show. Felipe's going to show the first one called the Apple Crusher. This one comes off of him keeping wrist control the whole time, or if he loses wrist control and he's grabbed his foot, he'll come back and he'll grab my wrist again. So we're going to show that one next. So anybody that feels like he wants to set up the Rubik's Cube.
So I got the Rubik's Guard here set up. I slip through, grab my Rubik's Guard, go into my throat, and then I'm going to free up my arm right here, push on his head, and get my keep my arm there, and then come back and grab.
Okay, so come around more on this side this time. Show it again. So he gets any way he can, he works into that. Maybe I'm reaching back. He works into the Rubik's Cube right here. Gets this here. Gets wrist control. Sweeps me over. See how his arm's still there when he throws his leg over. So he unhooks that and throws it over my head. He's still got that there. Reach up. And he's got it. And it's super, super tight. Call out when the apple crushes their Adam's apple. Okay, so the next one, I'll go ahead and demonstrate this one. We're in here. get the Rubik's Cube any way I can set it up. Maybe this time I sweep my C cup in his leg. I come this way. I get him over. And I've thrown this leg over and I didn't leave my arm in. So that first choke isn't available. I'm over on this side. So from here, what I'll do, it feels awkward for me to try to squeeze this arm back through. It just feels like I'm putting myself back in an arm bar or something. So what I do is I get just enough space to shoot this hand through. As I shoot through, I'll come all the way up and I grab onto my shin right here. So I'm walking onto my shin with, even if I can only get it with my fingers, I reach this hand here and I grab on my fingers and I start sliding them up my shin. And it's just like a guillotine choke, except tighter. So I call it the Wolverine team. So one more time. This time, like in our second video that we showed, he shifts his weight that way so I can't sweep it. Okay, so I grab my foot, push on his head, and I bring my leg around his head. Okay, so I'm in here, puppet master face down. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll get enough space to shoot this through, grab my shin, he can fall back, or even if he stays down, there's so much pressure, you don't care where he is, he's probably going to start tapping. As soon as you grab your fingers and start sliding up that shin, it's over. So those are those two brand new chokes. Bunch of other setups for the Rubik's Cube. Oh, also, what we didn't cover from Half Guard, we got to thank Jason from HillsGrappling.com for this one, the golden arm. So we come up, he posts his weight, control his wrist, 2-on-1 right here. Then clear my leg through and start working right back into it. Okay? I can bring this arm back in, or maybe we can do like on our second option, take his back off of it. Okay? So we got all those different options, all those different ways of getting right back into the Puppet Master. See you next time.